Hello and welcome into Game On, a News Channel 15 special presentation where we discuss some of the latest news going on in the world of video games. I am Bryce West.
I'm Lloyd.
And we got a lot of stuff that we're going to be covering today. So
I'm morphing out of my normal clothes and turning into a gamer.
Right.
Let me put on my gamer shades real fast.
Wow.
And okay.
He's really getting into the character.
Okay, engaged. Let's talk about.
He's really excited. So, I mean, we just had a Nintendo Direct. There's a lot of stuff, especially in the Mario universe, which is basically what we're going to be talking about for this whole first part of the show. So we're going to start with Super Mario RPG. This is a remake of the Super Nintendo classic. This is definitely, well, I guess I just said a cult classic.
Yes.
It definitely has a little bit of a smaller fan base, but a strong one. And this is getting a full HD remake. Full overhaul, full everything, which is super, super cool.
This game is so important to the history of like Squaresoft, which now is Square Enix, and Nintendo and the collaborations from back then. A lot of like the developers from like this game in particular went on to do some wild stuff like Moon Remix RPG and Tulip and just like some really cult classic stuff. So to see like that vibe in a Mario game is crazy, and it's even crazier that they're bringing it back. I'm so excited. Super,
super cool. I'm definitely going to be checking this one out. It comes out in October, and it's going to be, actually, it comes out either in October or November. I can't remember for sure, because there's another Mario game that comes out at the same time that we're going to be talking about later. But definitely became a cult classic. Gino, one of the characters in this, is a super popular character. He's constantly being called to join Smash Brothers. It still hasn't happened yet. Maybe this will be the time now that Gino's coming back. But,
now, before we get anywhere else, I do want to say that sadly in this Direct, no Smash.
No Smash. I mean, listen, look. They just got done making Smash Ultimate, So yeah, I don't think we're gonna be talking about Smash Bros. 6 until.
I don't know. System. I still feel uncontrollably angry that there was no Smash in this Direct. How do you
really?
feel?
Is this your gamer character? Is this your bet?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, they also announced a Princess Peach game, which is pretty interesting.
Yes.
We got a trailer, kind of, but it was just sort of a cinematic.
Mostly just a tease.
Yeah, so we didn't really get to see any gameplay at all. This actually is not the first time that they made a Princess Peach game. They made Super Princess Peach back on the Nintendo DS.
Banger.
Yeah, and I don't think this is going to be anything like that, but it's interesting. It looks like she can step on platforms and transform. So
it's exciting to see a new Princess Peach game for the first time in like almost 2 decades.
Yeah, definitely been a while. We're also getting a remake of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. That's the second game in the series. It came out on the Nintendo 3DS.
Yep.
They're remaking it for Switch to play on console. It's going to be interesting because, of course, that came out on the 3DS, which has 2 screens.
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of are able to control the game like that.
And also, the whole 3D element was like kind of the main feature of the original. So we'll see how they deal with that. But who knows?
And then what we also have WarioWare, new
Yes.
WarioWare game. This is not the first WarioWare game on the Switch. There was another one before this a few years ago. But now this one's going to be using the motion controls of the Joy-Con, similar to the Wii games, which I think is really neat.
This harkens back to one of the main spirits of like the WarioWare games that we haven't really seen in a while. The newest one that came out before, that one is pretty good with like the Switch capabilities, but this one, it feels like a real return to form.
For sure. And then lastly, I mean, we have the big one, Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Yep.
Looks amazing. It's a 2D Mario game similar to the new Super Mario Brothers games, but it's actually doing something new and different, which is what people have been asking for basically since the first 2 games in the new Super Mario Bros. Series.
It's been like 2 decades now since we've had a mainline 2D platformer Mario game that actually goes in a new direction.
Oh, new direction, yes. Yeah, for sure.
It is really exciting, and hopefully they don't fumble it.
Yeah, I mean, look, the animation looks really cool. I like the more cartoony feel. It definitely feels movie-inspired. I really like the music. The music in the trailer, we're not playing in the music, but the music in the trailer looks really cool. And then there's this brand new power up to where it almost like transforms the world, and the world is like moving like around Mario, sometimes with Mario. I think it's really interesting. We got 4-player co-op back. The playable characters are Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, and Daisy is a new playable character for the first time in the new Super Mario Bros. Series. It also looks
long time coming.
Yeah, it also looks like at some point in the trailer, they're playing as just Yoshis. So you might be able to just play as a Yoshi without Mario, Peach, Daisy, or Luigi, which that would be kind of interesting.
That's what I'm hoping.
But yeah, I mean, looks great. If they were gonna make a new 2D Mario game, this is kind of what I would have wanted. Something new, something different, something fresh, and that seems to be what they're giving us.
Absolutely. And besides that, we also got some more info on Pikmin 4, which is really exciting. We're getting like some new like glow Pikmin for the night shift. And just overall, I feel like this new direction for the Pikmin games is going to be really neat. And I'm excited to dive in. I haven't played a Pikmin game yet, and this looks like a fun entry point.
Yeah, it looks like from the trailer they showed during the Direct, you can go out during the nighttime now, which is not something that you were able to do in the past 3 games. So that's a really interesting addition.
And there's also like inside environments as well, which again has not been a thing before. And not only that, but you get the first 2 Pikmin games are now on Switch. Finally. It's been a long time.
And Pikmin 3 has been on Switch for a while.
Yeah, but those first 2 games, people have been clamoring for years.
So the whole franchise is going to be right there on one system, which is really cool. With that being said, we're going to take a quick break, and then after this, we're going to be talking about some more really cool stuff that was revealed during the latest Nintendo Direct.
Summer is heating up, and so are the savings at Timberlake Furniture. The 2023 summer sale is underway. Take 23% off of all closeout items. Make sure you have the best indoor escape from the summer heat. Check out our large selection of bedroom suites from the name brands you know and trust. And be prepared to entertain this summer by browsing the area's largest selection of dining room sets. Visit the Tri-State's largest showroom with the largest selection, Timberlake Furniture, so your house feels like home.
Before coming to Senior Enrichment Center, I was so depressed that I couldn't get out of bed. That all changed once I started seeing Danielle, the social worker, and Melanie, the nurse. They have been so kind, and they truly care about my health. They have helped me to be able to go out and have shown me the importance of how to deal with my problems in a more constructive way. I think anyone who is experiencing grief, depression, anxiety, or isolation can benefit from this program. The Senior Enrichment Center has changed my life.
Morton Solar and Electric, the Tri-State's leading local solar provider, is proud to announce the opening of our new office in Mount Carmel, Illinois. Join us for our Solar is for Everyone educational and group purchase event on Saturday, July 8th at 11 a.m., where we'll be offering a discounted group purchase opportunity. RSVP is required and can be completed through Eventbrite or our Facebook page. Morton Solar and Electric, celebrating our 20th anniversary and offering you our lowest price of the summer through our special event July 8th.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service, give us 2 business days, that's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
College doesn't have to start at an expensive school far away. You can save money and be close to home at Wabash Valley College. Many careers only require a 2-year degree or certificate. Or get your general education classes out of the way and transfer to a 4-year school. Wabash Valley College has programs in high-demand careers such as physical therapy assistant, advanced manufacturing, marketing, business management, nursing, and radio television. To find out more about Wabash Valley College, go to iecc.edu/WVC.
News Channel 15 presents The Film Reel, the talk show where hosts Bryce West, Ian Lloyd, and Kane Jones give you the latest news in the world of movies and television. Join us every Friday night at 6 to know the greatest things to watch this summer. It's The Film Reel on News Channel 15.
Welcome back into Game On. Here we're going to be talking about some more stuff that was revealed during the latest Nintendo Direct that we want to talk about. So one of them is the Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 1.
Yes.
Which is interesting.
These are fantastic games, and they're finally all available here. I think they're coming to other consoles as well, but fans have been wanting to play these games on accessible hardware for a while now. Yeah. And now you get to play the first 3 games, and you get to play the original first 2 Metal Gear games in both forms. There's the original and then the NES format, which, I mean, is kind of worse, but ported over. You get all of these just in one collection, and I think that's
really cool.
Substantial, and it's huge, and we're finally getting these on a platform that people can actually go out and find, you know?
Yeah, more modernized platform. I think this is actually the first time Metal Gear Solid, the first one, is leaving PlayStation.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I've never played any of these games, but this seems like this could be a really cool opportunity to try them out. Yeah. I mean, none of them are really updated, so they're not remasters or remakes. I mean, these are the original games just ported over to the Nintendo Switch system.
Yeah, but these are landmark action games, stealth games that really encapsulate the cinematic format into video games that we didn't really see much of until PlayStation 3, when Uncharted and all that was coming out. But these are great games, and now you get a perfect way to play them. Yeah, and
Volume 1 implies that there's probably going to be a Volume 2, which will probably include Metal Gear Solid 4 and 5, some of the newer ones,
as well as the Vita games Peacemaker and all that.
That'd be really cool. I mean, it'd be really cool to see the Vita games come to Switch, because PlayStation Vita was a really niche system that I don't think a lot of people really got into. Mm-hmm. So putting it on a pretty massive platform such as the Switch could be a really good opportunity for people to play these games. But another one is Myth Force. It's kind of inspired by Saturday morning cartoons. Looks very He-Man.
Yeah. They say by the power of teamwork in this. Yeah. On the nose, but it looks really charming.
Yeah. Well, and the artwork that you see here, that's what the game looks like. Those are the graphics, and it's a pretty interesting looking game.
Now, this is also a game that I will probably seek out on a different platform. It's on Steam. There's a demo out right now, so I'm probably going to be looking forward to that, so I don't get better frame rates and stuff than what we got on the Switch. But it does look really cute, and I'm really excited to see how it plays. Yeah,
another one is Penny's Big Breakaway. This is a game made by the developers of Sonic Mania, and this is kind of interesting because it's a 3D platformer, but it's kind of interesting. It has this kind of yo-yo almost mechanic, which is kind of interesting that you use to traverse the level and stuff like that with the yo-yo thing. I don't know if it's exactly it's supposed to be a yo-yo or if it just looks like a yo-yo, but use the main character is able to use it to traverse the level and swing around and stuff like that, which I think is pretty interesting.
It's a really neat idea, and I think these developers, even past Sonic Mania, are really diving deeper into the spirit of Sega games from the past, and the Sega Dreamcast and the Sega Saturn. It has that vibe of just pure 90s chaotic energy. And this is my standout of the whole Direct. I think this game is it's going to do great. It's going to be a fantastic game.
Right. The level design looks a lot like Super Mario 3D World as well. Yeah. It looks almost like they kind of combined some Sonic stuff and some Mario 3D World stuff and kind of put it together, which Mario 3D World is one of the greatest 3D Mario games, in my opinion. So I think that's a really cool thing to see. Another thing, we talked about Sonic All-Star or Superstars previously, but they did re-show it, the 4-player co-op. And then just recently revealed is that Lego Sonic the Hedgehog is going to be in the game. It looks like they're going to have swappable skins.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird and interesting. They've never really done something like that in the Sonic game before. You can even like Eggman has a swappable Lego Eggman skin, which is really, really weird. I'm really excited to see how they kind of incorporate that into the game, because that's definitely not something that Sonic has ever done before. But to close things out here, one of the probably the most question mark / cool reveal of the whole Direct was the Batman Arkham collection. coming to Nintendo Switch. Not really sure how this is going to go. I mean, Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, those were both Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 games. Those should be able to run on Switch perfectly fine. Batman Arkham Knight. Batman Arkham Knight launched, and it didn't run well on the PS4 or Xbox One. So, and honestly, still doesn't run all that well on those systems, which the Switch is weaker than. So I'm interested to see how in the world they're going to get Batman Arkham Knight to run on this thing.
I doubt even the first two. I think they're going to be chugging along on the
really?
Switch. I really do think so. Even though they're 360 games, the footage that we saw on the Direct did not look like Switch footage at all. So I don't know. I am tentatively worried about it.
It is interesting. It includes all the DLC. No Batman Arkham Origins. For some reason, that game doesn't seem to really ever be included in these collections. I guess it wasn't made by Rocksteady, so there might be. It was made by a different studio, so there might be issues with that. But it's got the main trilogy though, because that's a prequel. It's got Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, Batman Arkham Knight. So it's gonna be really interesting to see these on. I definitely think I might be picking that up for Switch because I think there is some pretty wide appeal to playing Batman Arkham on the Switch, like on a handheld and stuff like that. Because I mean, it is really the one that started like the whole trend of like those open world superhero games and stuff like that. And I think it'd be really interesting to play something like that on the Switch, because I mean, without Batman Arkham, very likely that we never get anything like Marvel Spider-Man, which I think Marvel Spider-Man perfected that formula. And maybe even we'll go even further with it on Marvel Spider-Man 2. But Batman Arkham is kind of the one that started that, and it'll be interesting to play that on a handheld system. Now, I mean, one of the options is if they don't make them work natively, they could do, like, Switch games have done cloud releases.
Which sucks.
Now, if it's a cloud release, instantly not interested. Because, I mean, the cloud releases, basically it means that, like, the game is there, but you don't really own it because you have to play it on just some, like, external server, and then you have to be connected to the internet at all times because you're streaming it through your internet. So you're never going to get good frame rates. You're never going to get, like, perfect graphics or anything like that. So, I mean, if this is a cloud release, which it didn't say anywhere in the trailer, which makes me believe and hope that it isn't. But if it is a cloud release, instant not interested, not worth $60, like.
Personally, like, all these games that we saw here, except the mainline, like the Nintendo releases, I'm probably going to seek out somewhere else, because as of right now, I do not go to my Switch often for multiple releases, because it's just, at this point, the hardware is just starting to, like,
it's very outdated.
Show its cracks, and it's lacking, and
it can run Mario.
It can run Mario. I can't see myself going back there. But I do think that at some point we're gonna get like a Switch 2. I think this Direct marked like maybe the last final push of like what is going for the new, or what is going from the like last Switch that we have right now. I think next year for sure we're gonna get info on a Switch 2 or some kind of upgrade.
It's getting close to time. I think the Switch definitely needs an upgrade. I think developers are definitely getting probably tired of having to deal with some of the Switch's weaknesses. And so I think it'll be interesting to see how they do Batman Arkham, because even with like the Kingdom Hearts collection, Kingdom Hearts 3 had to be a cloud release. Or I think all of them were cloud releases.
Yeah, it's a real bummer, because like with other games, they might be like able to run better, but like on the new system that will eventually come out. But the cloud releases, they're always just going to be like just natively like boom on the server, and it's nonsense. It sucks.
With that being said, we're going to wrap things up here on Game On. Thank you all so much for watching, and stay tuned. We actually have another show, The Film Reel, here on News Channel 15, where we talk about movies and TV shows and stuff like that. So if you're interested in this, film reel is very similar to this show, so definitely be sure to check it out Friday nights at 6, only on News Channel 15. Wow, okay. I can't, horrible promo.
Wow.
But thank you all so much for watching Game On, and stay tuned for more.